Hello everybody, this is BobRoss and Game 3 in my 5th match here versus BP Emigor playing his Zaladar. And you can see here I've got an okay starting hand. I got an ally, a couple of allies I guess. Yeah. Got some weapons. I got my my Spirit Shuriken, which is going to be useful versus Zaladar. Once again, that Harbinger did not proc, which for many people in most decks it's good luck. For me, I do not like having a 1/3 ally out. It's really kind of a hassle because I might want to play a black garb. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him out. Could have also done 3 damage to the Deathmage Thaddeus, which would have left it open for Fleet-Footed Messenger. But, I'd rather do it this way. And we got a Rampant Krygon, and that's going to take me out. Or my Nightshade out, I mean. Okay. So there's little things like this that kind of are the difference between a novice player and a good player, or like a great player or whatever. The fact that he had that extra resource and he used the Rampant Krygon's ability to take out that Nightshade that had already been pinged, rather than using Deathmage Thaddeus's ability, which would have prevented him from being able to do that extra 2 damage to my hero. It's like a little sort of thing, but it's important, and those little things add up. And like I said, those are what determine, what differentiate, great players from okay players. Being consistent in those little tiny things to do a tiny bit more damage here, or do it a little bit more efficiently there. Okay. So here I'm thinking about getting rid of my Fleet-Footed Messenger, but I decide, you know what? Screw it. I like haste. Give him a taste of his own medicine here with that haste. Take out the Brimstone Devourer because I want my guys to be able to attack his Deathmage Thaddeus to take it out. What I'm thinking is, if hopefully I draw in Ill-Gotten Gains, I will be able to slowly take out that Deathmage Thaddeus with my allies and my weak weapon here, and hopefully play an Ill-Gotten Gains at some point and draw a card. Alright, so I got a kind of couple of possibilities I'm thinking about here. Or I can play my Ankle Breaker and use that to tie up the Deathmage Thaddeus and do it that way. Right, so now I've got a choice. And what I chose to do is resource the Ankle Breaker, put 2 guys on the board, and start picking away at the Deathmage Thaddeus. What this does is it takes a little bit of pressure off of me, right? Because it's probably going to be a good idea next turn for him to use his resources on taking out those 2 allies. His Shadow Energy, his attack from Deathmage Thaddeus, etc. It's wasteful of cards for me, but on the plus side, it's going to save me some health. And that's kind of more important to me right now. And there you go. Discarded one of those Brimstone Devourers, and now he's going to be able to ping me for 3. Or not. Oh yeah, right, because he wants to kill them both. Yeah. Okay. So they're both dead. Worked out nicely for him, but I got my Ill-Gotten Gains. I fished my wish here. And I got a Nightshade too. So he's going to have a turn to hang out there unstopped. And right there I did things, again, a subtle thing, but still the right way to do it. You want to, if you have Ill-Gotten Gains out, you want to attack first to get the card draw before you start playing stuff, just in case the thing that you draw is going to be better than the thing that you play, right? You know, probably wouldn't have mattered in that situation, but you just want to get into those kinds of habits so you always kind of can make the best play for your situation. Okay, got rid of an eternal renewal. That's good for me. Okay, I have enough health here that I can take a risk with that Sorcerer of India in case there's a mind control. I haven't seen a lot of mind controls from Emigor in these games. I know he discarded some of them in one of those games, but I haven't actually seen him play many of them. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that Sorcerer of India out there. And now it's getting harder and harder for him to consistently take out my allies. Like, he can probably still do something to me here. It might be hard for him to take out all my allies. And so that right there tells me he certainly does not have a mind control. If he had a mind control, Sorcerer of India is the perfect target for it. There's not going to be a better one in this deck. And okay, so now I've got a choice. Two ways that I can kill this Krygon. I can play my Ankle Breaker, or I can do this. Right? Why do I do that? Because, like I said before, I'm trying to build the board now. And why do I buff this guy to 3/6 rather than making a 1/7 out of my other Midnight Sentinel? Well, because I know he doesn't have a mind control. So I'll take a chance that he might top deck a mind control, and I will try to put some more pressure on him. He's still at full health, but right now I've got the board, and I've got a better draw engine than him. And there goes another Cutlass. So I'm losing some Cutlasses to discards here. Some people asked me about that, if I was annoyed or upset that that was happening. I honestly wasn't really thinking about it. So there you go. More concerned with the general idea of kind of taking back this board, getting some pressure on Zaladar and keeping that going. The Cutlass would help a little bit there, but it's not the most important thing right now. Just any weapon really will help me. Okay. So now I'm extra happy that I buffed that Nightshade up to a 3/6 because it put him outside of the range of that Brimstone Devourer. Okay. Keeping that extra ill-gotten gains in hand as insurance, just in case. And let's see, cast a... Right. So again, you want to attack first before to get the draw before you commit to casting anything. Okay, so now I am in a very good position for playing against Zaladar unless he has a board wipe, but I haven't seen that from this deck, so I don't believe he's got it. It's going to be very hard for him to come back from this. Yep, another Devourer. Now, if I'm playing right, I should be using that Spirit Warden every turn because there's always a chance that he is going to bring his allies back from the grave there, or somehow use them to get health. There's a couple ways that Zaladar can do that. Well, I guess I don't need that anymore. Alright, you want to take out the allies that are most potentially useful if they go back in. Brimstone Devourer is certainly going to be hurt, certainly could hurt me. Okay, so my original plan was with the Spirit Warden to buff him and take out Death Mage Thaddeus, but then I drew that assassination. And while I've told you before, I don't really care generally about assassinations versus Zaladar, in that situation it allowed me to do a bit more damage. Okay, there, I'm glad I did that discard first, because it let me see that he, got that reactorary, and it let me be able to kill him this turn. Not like it would have made a huge difference, but you know, little things like that make a difference in terms of the order that you do things. So I saw like there was a post on shadowary.net about the order that you attack and play cards, and or that was at least one of the things they talked about. And this was like a issue I sort of quibbled about with them. The idea that sometimes, you know, you really want to have an order that's optimal more than just, you know, orderly, right? You don't just need to attack with your allies left to right. It's more important that you know, don't forget to do things like using Spirit Warden's ability, or discarding at the right time, or drawing at the right time. Those kinds of things are much more important. So yeah, order matters, but it's not always easy to figure out what the right order is. Okay. So now things are looking much more in my favor. Zaladar has few cards in hands, still has a draw engine, but so you see, I don't care about the cultist, but where did all those things go? Oh yeah, Soul Reaper took them. Okay, and we're gonna just go ahead and take out Zaladar now. Like I said, I've got a big advantage at this point. We're low on cards. I've got a card that will help me mill him. He mills himself when he draws. And I've got a full hand and a full board. There's really not a whole lot that he can do. You see, he's not even using Cultist's ability now because he doesn't want to mill himself anymore. That doesn't really matter right now, but might as well, now that I'm drawing my Stop Thieves. I don't know if that was the best play there, because, you know, he might always pull a mind control, and that probably set him up to be able to use it better on that guy. Probably would have been better to buff somebody else, but oh well. I get to mill him a little bit here. Got rid of that weapon, that's nice. I'll put a black garb up to kind of protect myself just in case there's a mind control or another Krygon or something like that. But I think I'm fairly safe now. There's no more healing for Zaladar. I think that's it. And a shadow font. It's not going to quite do it. Yep, that's it. It's over. And we attack to finish him off. Okay. So that is my third game versus BP Emigor, and this puts me at 5 wins and 0 losses in the matches. Sets me up for the next round, which I wound up getting paired with a guildmate of mine, and we took a draw, but we played for fun anyway, so I'm going to post that game that we played just for fun, even though we officially have a draw.